Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. I think a free play now for Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Ready? Liking 18.
What's on mine?
You got time for him?
I'm in one now.
Looking for a crazy stopped at
You playing Call of Duty all day?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in
I
run
got you.
support, but how about the play we just saw
I
there?
got
How
you.
about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Goff. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
4 down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
80. Hey, 5. DC. Hold on. Now you want. Okay.
Goff now looking to throw.
Oh, they gave it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good defense. We don't want no good defense.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it appears that way And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
I was about to say.
Incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It ain't gonna work. You said it was gonna be nasty, didn't you?
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
I was money. Boy, that boy called it. You was real flaky.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the
It's been
standard
working.
way to start.
You ain't been crying about it. It's been working 10, 11 games.
And guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And boy, we went to Golden Corral. Boy, I'm still full.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
Pretty much.
You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with this.
Shit, I don't even try to eat everything. I ate a couple of salads and some chicken and some ice cream. Done.
And the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves
that steak show
from
cool.
3rd and 8. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team.
Better put your foot on.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Hey, let's go. Hold on. Ready. We go. 76. Super 1.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began. And they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
180. Hey, kill. Tiger. go. 12. Let's go. 76. Tell him. 76. Super. Orange. Is that?
Now gone. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I don't know why that's stupid.
Game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Operating from the gun, Bates. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he is going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
And the Lions first down. First and goal.
I'm trying to dribble this nigga lobbing it. And this nigga.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Nah, I'm saying, hell nah, I gotta fix that.
Touchdown run. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make
He probably still in there. I done did some shit while I didn't put him in there, man. Gotta go to substitution.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Nix to the air. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete.
No timeouts.
Takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
To throw. Here's Nix.
Come on, man. Supposed to kill him right there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On play action, here's Nix. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
So not quite
2-3
a
after
first and
this.
goal.
That's
It's
how we
1st
get.
and
That's
10
how we let
from
him
the
get.
10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to pull
2-3.
his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll get in.
Supposed to stop this shit.
Bo Nix in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos
Goal
are
line.
on the board here in the final seconds of
Look
the
at
first
that.
half. Looks good on the extra point. And that'll make our
Found that milled up like they
14-7.
supposed to.
So not much time to speak of remaining in
What
this
if I
first
run it
half
back?
as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
I forgot that ain't my quarterback in there.
Intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position.
I forgot that one my quarterback in there.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in.
Couldn't afford for you to go get nothing like that.
7-point game.
I forgot you told me that nigga was in the game. That's crazy.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14
I be doing it when that shit be popping up on the screen.
EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25.
It would have been a touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Ready.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big
I figure out how the hell I put my damn quarterback in the game.
That's a good start for him.
I'm trying to see how. Nah.
So from the 39 now,
I
they'll
look
come
forward
up
to
on
pop
a
up
first
on
and
this
10.
screen. There you go.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Nowhere to go that time.
My damn kicking.
Well, they're okay. The second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9.
I knew something was wrong when that nigga threw that soft ass throw though.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Free play.
This one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted.
For nothing.
Picked up by Pat Surtain. Well, we looked at each other right when we finished. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And some solid footwork.
Shook the hell out of it.
Down to about the 38. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Here we go, Tom. Here we go.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Lions first down.
And he'll get it inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Watch this here.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Jared Goff sacked.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays
Man,
in
you
this
don't do no
sequence,
punt.
and none better than
Ain't
the one
doing no
right there,
punts.
forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll take it down shy to 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole.